Okay, I will call to order the Board of Directors meeting of Community Television of Santa Cruz County for October 28th, 2024 at 5:30 p.m. And have the secretary call the roll.
Okay, Cheryl Lanier,
Here.
me, I'm here. David,
Here.
Tom,
Here.
Janice,
Here.
oh, Key, you're in here twice. Matilda,
Yes, here.
Joe,
Here.
and Maitreya.
Here, remotely.
All right.
Elizabeth Shaw, I have as absent.
And oral communications, any person may address the board during its oral communication period. All oral communications must be directed to an item not listed on today's consent or regular agenda and must be within the jurisdiction of the board. Seeing none. 3, consideration of late additions to the agenda, additions and deletions to the consent and regular agendas. And I'll note that the written version of the executive director's report has been sent under separate cover to everyone after the initial agenda went out, but as part of the agenda. And our consent agenda, will approve the meeting agenda, approve board meeting minutes of September 23, 2024, and accept the July and September 2024 financial reports as recommended by the Finance Committee.
I'll move it, and after the second, I wanted to explain a couple of things.
I'll second.
The July report's on here because we held it over, because there's a discussion of how to show on our financial report the income from the Schwab investments we have. And there are a couple of methods to do it. The one that was used this time indicated a negative income for the July report, which caused us to ask some questions, and it was all explained. But the concern Keith had and the rest of the committee is we want to have a method that is a little more understandable to us and doesn't show something that might cause us to have concerns over income when there weren't. It's just an accounting exercise of how it's handled. So that will probably be back with a restatement at some point in the future. There is no money difference. It's just how you showed the income from one fiscal year to another. And in the September report, our revenues for the working studios is coming in a little lower. And so we just want to give you a heads up. We're going to be watching a little more carefully the income in terms of that. So those are the two comments I wanted to make regards to the July and September 2024 reports.
Okay, we have motion and a second to approve the consent agenda, which includes those financial reports for July and September of 2024.
And I should ask Keith, do you want to add anything else to that?
You're good, Joe.
I forgot, Tom.
Nope.
Okay.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, unanimous. We will go on to the regular agenda and the executive director's report. Background.
Okay, so this is the report for September. And the first thing is always revenue. So as Joe said, it's not what we had projected. In September, the co-working center earned $9,676. And to date, it's earned $26,156, but which is nice, but it's about 20% lower than we thought it would be. The good news is, starting in June, it was 5,000 a month, and then it moved up to 8. And then in August, it was higher, a little higher, 832, and now it's 9. So it's going up, but it has to go up a lot more to recoup what we lost in the beginning. But I believe that we can do that. And always keep in mind, it's not our only revenue stream. We track this co-working center because we'd like it to pay all our bills. And so all our bills would be more like $10,000 a month. And so we have other money. It's not terrible, but we want to adjust the budget if we don't raise other money in some other area. And this continues, but we've got a little bit of time. And I'll start looking at possibilities now, but we can do, if we have to, we can do it in January. We'll just adjust the budget. But I think it's gonna work out.
Yeah, for a while we were in the upswing with
Yep. Yeah,
like 11,000, 12,000.
yeah.
And all of a sudden,
I
boom.
know. So there's all kinds of reasons. We don't really always know. And also, one thing, sometimes things happen where we make a whole bunch of money in a month that won't happen again the next month. It's just somebody's event or someone came and got the place. Like there's a company that we have that a couple times a year rents the whole place for a week. And that really, it's like a $5,000 to $7,000 thing that we ordinarily wouldn't have, but it makes it look like we've made a ton of money. So there's that, and there's, summer is sometimes slow, but I don't know. We have some ideas. We're gonna do some things to make a difference. Two of those things are the partnerships that we just did recently with the magazine and with the radio station, and we had a big event. The radio station is gonna do an event every other month, and we had our event. The place was full, the parking lot was full, the kitchen was full, the whole place was full. And Keith very kindly came and recorded. They wanted to do a radio thing where they interviewed people about their businesses. And we had teamed up with Think Local First as well as the radio station. And so Think Local First got all the business people to come in. And so then they said, well, wouldn't it be fun if we did it in the studio and then you could put it on TV and it could be on the monitor? And it's like, Keith, would it be fun if we? So Keith kindly rounded up people who didn't show and then got replacements for them at the last minute. And we had a good crew, and we brought in one of our own technicians, and Olivia took the camera for a while, and we did it. It was like a 2-hour live TV show. And all these people got to see our studio and got to be on TV, and they're business people. So it was good for us to do this. It was hard to do, but I think in the end it was worthwhile. And also the Vibes magazine, they do this thing I never have heard of, but they do a pickup party, which at first I thought, I don't think we want to be a part of that. That seems bad. But what they do is they have the new magazine and you can come and pick it up at a party. So their magazine is quarterly. So they've done it at the Paradigm and they've done it at different places. They want to do one here now because
Cool.
they were at the other one. So and they're very excited to get more people in. And the other thing is because people come to be interviewed on the radio, all kinds of people are coming in that normally wouldn't be here. There are people who would be anyway, like all the electeds, and we always interview them eventually, but they're coming to the radio, and the magazine meets people here. So a lot of people come in. So we're getting more people in, which is a good thing. And we think that'll make a difference. And many people commented on how nice the place is and how much they liked it. So we'll see if that helps. The magazine is going to do an ad next season, which is fall, on our conference rooms. And they're gonna send a photographer out to take good pictures, and we're gonna dress it up before that happens. And we'll make it all nice. And then we're gonna give us the photos so we can use it for a postcard campaign. So we can
Nice.
use that and send it out. We want to send it to all the realtors because they need places to do closings, and also to attorneys, because we do a lot of depositions we do like 6 or 8 a year. Attorneys will come in and do depositions. So we'll just talk more about that. So we have some ideas. We're gonna do some new things and probably get things moving. So I'm moving on to paid services. We did 18 government meetings in September, and Pajaro Unified School District is going to, they've added an extra series of meetings. I think it's 6 or 8 different meetings. So in addition to what they usually do, so that's a little extra money we'll also get. It's not gonna run through the co-working center, but still money that we get. And facilities and equipment, we've had some interest. The magazine does a podcast and they use our RSVP, and other people want to use it. So, but the problem is the sound is kind of echoey because it's a really tall space and really narrow. So sound's going everywhere. So we got sound blankets, and Victor kindly installed them. So it's very dead in there now. It sounds really good. We have a little audio booth that has Sonex on it, which is a sound acoustic baffling thing. And it's really good, but it's very expensive and it's hard to install. We had a professional install it before, but Victor's that's not his thing. So we got blankets and we hung them on the wall with screws, and it sounds great. And we realized we didn't need as many as we ordered, so we did the other edit suite too. So now everything sounds nice. Wherever you want to record audio, it's good. Yes, it's very fun. It's not a very expensive, wonderful improvement. I have my agenda printed and I keep trying to move it down with my computer. That's why. I'm
How's that
doing
working
this.
for you?
That's not good.
Right, touch screen.
Let's see, in outreach, we're still, always, of course, we're still working with the County Office of Education and with the Padcasters, and every year we do a refresh, and I think I've told you about this maybe already. We went and did the actual annual refresh and replaced broken parts and things, and that went really well, and there was hardly anything broken. We're very excited. There's one, iPad I have to take and get a new screen, but I myself broke that when we first got it. I was trying to get it in the crazy frame and I nicked the side. I always knew it would come back, and finally it has, but it took 2 years. And we're holding their orientation this week. They're bringing a bunch of new teachers in, and they're gonna train them in the studio because it's cool. And I'm gonna walk them through the equipment because they keep taking it apart. It comes back and they've disassembled the tripod. I'm like, why did you do this? And it's because they can't get it back in the bag. So they think they have to take it apart to get in the bag.
Oh
They
my
just
gosh.
have to do this and it'll fit in the bag. But what I've told them now is forget the bag, just carry the tripod.
Yeah.
You don't, I mean, in the field, you actually don't keep it in the bag.
Right.
So it just comes with a bag. So we'll get that straightened out. And they also have taken apart a few other things. So I'm gonna show them how to use it so they don't have to take it apart. And then they'll do this fun thing where they have all these new teachers who've never seen this equipment and they give them an assignment. They have an hour to write, shoot and edit a video and upload it. Like, I couldn't do that. They do it though. They're incredibly flexible. They just go to work and they get it done. It's amazing. And the videos are always funny.
Hey, Becca, I just noticed at least for Maitreya, who's trying to watch this, your paper is blocking.
Sorry, Maitreya. There's all sorts of bad things about my.
It might have been messing up the focus too for a little while.
Everyone's out of focus?
Well, everyone except for Tom. Tom has impeccable focus.
Well, because I'm just sitting here like a statue, not moving.
Always knows where that lens is.
You look marvelous. The other thing is, the ACM West Conference, I'm still working on that. I submitted a couple of ideas for workshops, and one was sort of what we did with the Padcasters is, how to get your, we don't, a lot of stations are like us, they have 2 people, they don't have a lot of, extra people, they can't teach. I mean, they're all DIVTA stations like we are. So, I'm gonna go and talk about, we tried, our first part of the grant was we were gonna grant equipment to organizations, but they had to have a curriculum and a real teacher, and none of them did. So, and when we got to the school district, because Elizabeth was on the board, she was able to help us talk to them about them creating some curriculum. So now we have a curriculum we can pass out. They did that work, and then now the teachers do the teaching for us. And so we meet our obligation to teach digital media in the county without actually having a teacher. So I'm gonna talk about that, how you can leverage partnerships to get things done when you don't have the staff to do them. So, and they wanted me to talk about something else too, and we'll see that. And so I'm not sure I can talk about.
I had a question back, but we were too busy focusing on Tom.
I'm getting out of here now.
On the new teachers, are they just from the County Office of Education or the whole county?
Oh, the whole county.
Wow,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
That's really impressive.
And there's a possible opportunity for us to expand. There's another school district in the mountains I didn't know about.
Loma Prieta?
I'm not sure, but they have, they borrowed a TriCaster from Santa Cruz for some special program. And so I sent them a note saying, if you want one, you can just let me know and we'll get it for you.
I was just curious and, well, that's a
Yeah.
good pool of people.
Oh, yeah, it's all the way out to Watsonville. Watsonville High School has a bunch of gear from us. And they did something in Davenport. So the Padcasters went up there and they've been as far as that, and then in the valley, of course. And they did a big program where they interviewed everybody about the fires. And so so they got all this great stuff because they have first person stories about that can be held in the library and in the MA, and it's a great thing. So let's see, what's the next thing?
Youth grant.
Oh, yeah, the youth grant. So they're finishing their Halloween thriller. And I can't wait to see it. And when it comes, we'll put it on. I think it might not be a Halloween thriller now because they're moving very close to Halloween. So it might just be a thriller. But they're making their film and that's what counts. We did an election special like we have done before. It's mostly Keith does the work. We asked candidates to send us a recorded statement, a 2-minute statement. They all have to be the same. They have all these rules they have to comply with. Some don't comply, but most do. And Keith does all the research on finding out who the candidates are and how to find them. And he invites them. And then we just wait, Victor and I, with our Google folder, waiting for things to drop into it. And then Olivia edited it together and it's on the air. So it's running now and it'll run through the election. And it's really kind of, I mean, Keith works the hardest on it. The rest of us just wait for things to arrive and stick them together. He has to do all the research. So it's really thanks to Keith that we can do it at all. But it is a good service, we think. And we've done it a number of times now. It's like 3 times, I think. And before that, we used to have people come in the studio. So, yeah, so
That was not work.
it's not as fun now, but it's easier to do. You can just sit at home and look at Zoom and talk. And then our media partnerships, I kind of already told you this stuff. The Santa Cruz Voice held its event. It's this is the September report, so you're not supposed to know that. And our first ad is in, and the fall edition is going to be based on our conference rooms, and they'll likely hold an event here. So that's my report for September.
Great. Any questions, comments from the board?
Oh, one good question. So did you do the interviews, RTP? Did they come in to do them?
Oh, they just made statements.
They did it themselves.
They did on the phone.
Or
No.
whatever way they wanted to.
Yeah.
They just like recorded on their own phone, like their own video.
Well,
and-
Yeah.
I think some of them had a little bit better.
Yeah,
system.
someone went up to Tav, like, or Tam, and
Oh.
did one. And other people, someone had like a pre-done, like some kind of long documentary about themselves, and they cut a section out of it, which we couldn't use because it's full of endorsements. But a lot of people just recorded themselves at home. You could see, kitchen in the background, and they told their story. We give them strict instructions on how to do it. It can only be 2 minutes long, and they can't have any other people in it. It's just got to be a statement so that they're all the same and they're equal. And we got 10 of them, I think.
Great.
We got a nice one from Adam Schiff.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
I know.
They hit
That
the
was,
big time.
yeah, it's Los Angeles in the background.
Interesting.
And I learned that Steve Garvey has no contact information of any kind available.
Yeah, it's great.
Oh.
Yeah.
Steve Garvey, it's just a sort of made up opponent.
Steve Garvey. I tried, but there's no way to contact them.
That's wild.
Not even a sports agent or sports memorabilia agent?
I didn't try that.
I'm thinking he's hiding because he doesn't want a million baseball fans to try to, shake his hand.
No.
I think that's over. Maybe.
Well, I'm old, I still
I
remember.
remember him too, yeah. Great, thank you, Becca. Item number 8, any board member or staff requests for specific items to appear on the next meeting agenda? Seeing none, any announcements? Okay, seeing none,
Oh, I guess I can, I might throw out a little announcement.
yeah.
Um,
please.
I don't know if members of the public know, but one of my duties at the county of Santa Cruz is to we set up election cams, so you can actually
Yeah.
watch them processing the vote by mail. So if you go to votescount.santacruzcountyca.gov, there's a link to watch what we do. And so yeah, we stream 4 different cameras to YouTube where you can watch we started it last week, and I think we'll go through maybe a couple weeks after till they certify the election. So I mean, if you like watching paint dry and people verifying signatures on ballots and opening them and stacking them, and the machine is kind of cool that they sort the vote by mail, go ahead and check it out.
You said it's votecount.santacruzcounty.
Votes
Votes,
count.
plural.
Santa Cruz County CA
Great.
Are you?
Votescount.com, I think, will also get you there too.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I was
Yeah,
gonna say, 'cause
okay.
that's where, and also I want you to know, Maitreya, I have my I vote button on here.
Oh, good for you.
I was waiting to wear mine.
Yeah,
I should have got mine.
I got my
mailed mine
text
today.
that was
Yeah,
yeah.
counted, my ballot was counted.
yeah,
Oh, really?
Marcella
I
dropped it
just
there.
gave mine
You
out
had
today.
text.
I didn't,
Yeah.
I don't have a sticker.
Yeah,
And she was impressed. There were 3 security guards involved in the voting now.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
And
yeah.
one down, anyhow, I won't get into all that, but she said,
Yeah.
wow,
yeah. Well,
That's a different world.
yeah.
Won't put up with any interference.
But the transparency is nice. That gives everyone confidence.
Yeah, no, that's a great announcement, Maitreya. Thanks for that. The chair recognizes Director Rand.
I'd like to make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
All those in favor?
Uh,
All right,
All right, thank you, everybody. Thanks
take
Yay.
care.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.